If you had, I was thinking about this Tony Khan thing, and like if he ever joined the show, which I don't think he will, but if he ever joined the show, what's a question you would ask that you think is like a fair question that isn't too needling or anything? Does that make sense? Because you could obviously ask like, "Hey, CM Punk, what was really going through your head when he's out there at that all-out press conference?" That feels a little needling. I do want to know the
Yeah.
answer to
I
that.
do. I do.
Yeah, I kind of
I
think
got
that's a fair
I have
question.
some of the clips of his reaction to some of the things CM Punk was saying.
Yeah, but I also think like, I don't know about that one. But what do you think? What's a question that you would ask that you think is pretty fair and you would actually potentially, you never know with Tony, but you could potentially get a good answer out of it?
Hmm.
I'll give you
I
mine while you
mean,
think. I'll give you mine
go
while you
ahead.
think. Okay.
Yeah.
So mine was going to be Tony's been asked about like regrets and stuff. And he always gives the, "Oh, I wish I had more time with this person" type of thing. I want to know what he thinks his biggest mistake or regret is booking wise. Because then, you can't say like, "Oh, I wish Mr. Brody Lee was around longer and we had more time with him," because that's his usual answer when it's about regrets. And Jay Briscoe, that's the other one that he brings up when he's asked about regrets. It's like, "I wish Jay Briscoe, we could have gotten him on television," which are both fair answers. But like, I want to
Yeah.
know his biggest booking regret or what he thinks his biggest booking mistake was. Like, yeah, wish I had a mulligan on that one. Wish I didn't do that one. And if he'd give us an actual answer, because he might just be like, "Well, some things we did very well, and other things we didn't do very well, and the things that maybe we didn't do as well, we very quickly course corrected, and we're back on track. And we're having a great year here in AEW. I think we've had our best year ever. We're doing great pay-per-views. Our locker room's very tight right now." Like, we could 100% get that answer. But if he gives us a true answer, I'm very curious what it would
Yeah.
be.
I would ask something along those lines, but not as well, not as similar as I originally thought it would be. But I would ask because he's so known for, he's a promoter and booker and everything, but he's most known for being a wrestling fan. So, he probably can't watch as much wrestling as he used to, but in the 6 years that he's been running AEW outside of AEW, what's the best thing that he's seen in pro wrestling? And yeah, it'll probably be one of the partner promotions, but I think that's something that no one's ever really asked him because it's always asking questions from the perspective of he's a wrestling promoter. And I know that's cool, all fine and dandy, but it's very rare that you get a promoter that's actually a wrestling fan as well. And if he has all these partner promotions, he's been partner promotion with TNA as well throughout the history of AEW. I want to know from his perspective as a fan what he has enjoyed the most outside that was not under the AEW ROH banner.
He's gonna say like Kenny Omega and Gabe Kidd in New Japan, or Takeshita winning the IWGP World Heavyweight Title. It's gonna be
So
an AEW.
I would be like, no AEW, not involving AEW and AEW stars.
Maybe he'll praise like Action Dean from WrestleMania weekend a few years ago, since they've
Yeah.
done the partnership with Dean now. So maybe it'll be
I think it would
that.
be
Honestly,
an interesting answer. What comes to his head? Because I don't think, and I also don't think because, I praised the Ariel Helwani interview because I thought that was one of the best handled interviews that we've seen from Tony Khan, and I've been praising the fact that I don't think that enough people have been talking about it before this interview. Is that media trained Tony Khan has gone a long way to help the fan perception of AEW, the way he handles these interviews, the way he handles scrums, the way he handles conference calls, the way he handles social media. It's much different from 2024, 2023, 2022 when he was Rage Baiter and it rolled for us from the outside looking in, but from the perception of how the company looked, it did not look that well. So I think that it has helped this new media trained version of him, but I watched that interview and I was like, he knew every fastball. He knew every curveball. He knew when the splitter was coming. He knew when every question was coming. He had something prepared. That was not a Tony Khan off the top of the dome. A lot of those questions were definitely he prepared for them. So I appreciate the fact that he was prepared, but I would like to ask something like that where he's not going to be prepared for a fan question. He's going to be prepared for all the promoter questions, all the stuff concerning AEW. So I want to ask a question that I can get more of a off the cuff answer for.
I also just want to do a bit where I ask him about just people who regularly appear on this show. Be like, what do you think about signing this person? Have you ever thought about signing Vinny Pacifico? You ever thought about signing Ben Bishop? You ever thought about signing Cole Radrick?
I really think you should sign Darius Carter. Yeah, have you seen this guy? He's a great heel. He's a great talker. Come on, Tony. I'm just gonna do my whole Ariel bit again. I'm trying to get Karrion Kross signed.
Just try to get all our friends jobs in AEW. Like, you thought about signing this person? That's a very interesting name. I never really thought. I really love their social media presence. I know Vinny has done great stuff with Big Boom AJ. They've done very great videos. I know Ben Bishop has done very great videos on social media as well. He has a great presence on social media. Cole Radrick, I believe he's injured right now, but when he was healthy, he was on a great tag team with Jordan Oliver and Alec Price, and they were doing great things. And Jordan Oliver used to team with Nick Wayne, and Nick Wayne is the ROH television champion, allegedly. He's sidelined right now.
He'll mention Jordan Oliver, but the fact you think he's going to mention both of them when it's a GCW and they ain't connected with that, I don't think so. I don't think he's going to mention. He'll mention Jordan Oliver for the connection to Nick Wade, but he won't mention Alec Price, even though Alec Price was technically the partner.
Alec Price has been on ROH TV. There's no heat on Alec Price.
No, I don't think there's heat, but you're talking about that tag team.
Yeah.
That's a GCW tag team.
Hey, that's fine. Again, it's all just connected. SP3. He knows all of this stuff. Tony's tapped in to all of this.
All right. Okay.
Just let me do my Tony Khan bit here. Let me do my Tony Khan impression.
If you say so.
That's what I would do. I'll just try to get all our friends jobs on this thing.
As you should.
All right, Tony. Now you, since Tony watches this show, now he knows what's coming when he eventually joins us. We shall see. Signing Dijak would be a home run. Have you thought about Dijak? My World, high end. I think.
Did you see his letter last year? Did you see his letter? He's talking about, he's been doing great things over in MLW. How about the skyscrapers? You don't have a big man tag. You got the Gates of Agony, you got the Herson. Those are muscle beat 'em up tag teams, but you don't have a tall tag team. You need the skyscrapers. You need Bishop Dyer and Dijak, two friends of the channel.
And then I'd ask him to fund Ring of Hallucinations.
There you go.
That would be the closing question for Tony.
Checks all the boxes. Checking all the boxes right there.
Can I just get the pencil to ROH and rebrand it as Ring of Hallucinations? I promise you more people will watch. I promise.
There's plenty more over on Fightful Overbooked. Click that subscribe button. Tap that bell. Get your notifications. And while you're at it, like the videos. Interact with them. Say some stuff. We want to hear from you. While you're at it, join us every Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, live for In the Weeds. You might like it.